What's up, guys? Steel Frodo here. So, a little bit of a different video. Not really. It's not really an announcement video, but it's also not really a. It's kind of an update, kind of an announcement, kind of not both. So, this is. I'll put this first. This is not me changing my decision on the show I'm going to watch. Sorry, it's not what it's going to be. It's a bit of a rant. So, if you guys stuck around after I said that I'm not changing my show and still want to listen, thank you for sticking around. So the rest of this week is going to be a little different. I'm not doing any reaction videos for the rest of this week. I'm taking a bit of a break, and I'll explain why in a minute. I'm not going to make... I'm not going to make any videos. I am going to make a few videos, some things that I've really wanted to make for a while that I haven't had a chance to. But as for reaction videos, I'm not going to do any of those for the rest of the week. Taking a bit of a break, and here's why. So, first and foremost, this is not really your guys' fault. I don't want to blame you guys in any way for anything. I love you guys to death. You guys are amazing. You guys have gotten me to 12,000. We're climbing up to 13,000 soon, and I'll be doing something for that soon as well. Kind of a super late thank you to 12,000 and maybe an early or right on time thank you for 13,000. Did I say 13,000 twice? I can't remember. What am I saying? Anyway, so this week has been weird, and I know that it's only Wednesday. I'm sure you guys saw on Twitter what I posted. This week's been weird, and it's only Wednesday, so what kind of a week am I having? So first off, I posted the video on Monday about the series that has been chosen. And I really actually was kind of excited for Spice and Wolf to watch that show. And I still kind of am, but nowhere near as excited as I was before. Why? The backlash that I got from that normally doesn't affect me. Normally I'm a pretty laid back guy. I try to stay laid back. And I try to be methodical, and I try to think through things, and I try to be very... I try to think through things. I overanalyze sometimes, but I try to think through things. And normally I don't get affected by mean comments. I even made a video a couple days ago. What was it, on the 4th of this month? I made a video last week saying how I love reading hate comments because it reminds me that I'm being different and that I'm doing what I want to and not giving people free videos online and stuff like that. And I said I love reading hate comments, and I love that kind of stuff. But I did not expect the backlash that I got from that show. And of course that was just kind of a thing in the back of my head, and it didn't really bother me. I still wanted to watch Spice and Wolf. It did get to a point where it was a little ridiculous, and I did kind of lose my excitement that I had for watching Spice and Wolf. In fact, I debated whether or not to just cancel my order that I had placed for the Blu-rays and, just go and find it somewhere where I can download it, purchase it online so I didn't have to wait. But I lost interest, and I'm okay with waiting on those Blu-rays now because it's kind of like, it's the next show I'm going to watch, whatever. I guess we'll watch it and see how it goes. So that was kind of a thing where it didn't affect me emotionally, but it affected my excitement for the show, and it kind of irritated me that I was affected that badly. After that, at work, I have been trying to kind of... what's the best way? I've been trying to move up in that job so that I can support myself a little bit better. I can make a bit more money. I can support the stuff that I want to do, buy more anime without being as affected in the bank as I have been. And so I've been stressed out over that because I've been going through job interviews, and I've been doing all that stuff, applying for promotions internally at my work, and hoping that one of these jobs that I applied for is the one that I get and not another one that I applied for, and that's just been kind of stressful. So that stress kind of brought my guard down, and I feel like that's part of why those comments affected me a little bit more than they should have, and it did irritate me because I noticed it. Following that, Junk Putty put up a video saying, "Who is Garrett Crespo?" And it got my attention. Hi, Junk Putty. I'm Garrett Crespo. Nice to meet you. You seem like a really cool guy. From at least what we've said back and forth to each other in the comments, you seem pretty cool. So nice to know that I caught your attention. Just let you know you caught my attention with your title. And yeah, that didn't really bother me. In fact, it was just a video saying how he found. If you guys remember, there was a Watch Mojo poll going on. I think it's still going on. I don't know if they're ever even going to make anything of it, but it's there. It's a Watch Mojo poll for the top 10 anime live reactors on YouTube, I think is where it's exclusively set to. But yeah, it was a really cool little poll, and I made it to number 1. So before I go further, thank you for putting me at number 1. That was awesome. It still is awesome. I think I'm still at number 1. It's still awesome. So thank you guys for that. That really does mean a lot to me that you guys would put forth the effort to actually put me above, like, reviewers and reactors like Uzumaki Khan and Ken Senpai and all those other guys. So thank you for that. But he wants to be number 1. Junk Putty wants to be number 1. And that's cool. Go for it, man. Do it. Go for it. If you are the kind of guy that you seem to be, where you just want to have it, go for it. I have no doubt that you can make it there. Because I honestly forgot about it. And really, it's cool. Go. Do it. And yeah, so that didn't really affect me. But what did was reading hate comments that weren't... Because I was having a conversation with him in the comments, and I scrolled down and I saw some of these other comments that weren't the normal, like, shut up, I'm trying to watch the show, or, you know, I only came here for the anime, shut your mouth, or you're talking too loud, can you shut up. It wasn't the regular shut up comments, is what I'm getting at. They were things like, you know, Garrett's a good reactor, but he made the wrong choice with his most recent show, or I was interested in it for a while and then he got boring, or he's too laid back, or my favorite was he watches the dubs. And, you know, like the Fairy Tail dub, my most popular series overall, like the most popular show or the most popular episode I've ever done was Assassination Classroom, the episode 24. That was the most popular single episode I've ever done. But overall, the entire series, Fairy Tail has been the most popular. But he said Fairy Tail sucks in the dub, or was cancerous as sub. Why would you want to do it as dub? And the fact that I do dubs sucks, and blah, 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 blah. But then I also saw a comment that made me kind of laugh, and it was actually a really good point. And I'm assuming he wasn't from this country, because he said something along the lines of, how come American anime reactors are always looking for attention and making drama and stuff like that? And that's not what I'm making this video for. I'm not making this video to make drama. What I'm doing is I'm making this video because his comment actually really reminded me of the fact of why I started doing this, why I started making these reaction videos, and why I love doing them so much. Because I think part of me I don't want to become complacent. I don't want to just rely on the fact that views will come in no matter what show I watch. And this comment reminded me of the fact that, you know, what happened? Why is it so dramatic? Why are people making so much drama about this crap? Focus. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Camera focus. Anyway, but yeah, why are people making so much drama? You know, it's a reaction series. And in reality, part of the reason, I like to believe that part of the reason why you guys come back is for the personality that I put into the show, as narcissistic as that sounds, the personality that I put into the show and the personality that I have when watching a show. And I try to portray that. I try to portray just who I am. It's not a portrayal. It's just me being who I am. And really, it shouldn't matter what show I watch, because if I enjoy it, it's my preference. I mean, if I really wanted to just piss everybody off and, like, just lose a ton of views, I would make this channel into the freaking dub nation. Like, I would literally just have dubs, period. That's it. Nothing but dubs. But even that part of me understands that there are shows where the dub is not as good as the sub. And there's also part of me that understands that if I really want to watch a good show, as it comes out, I'm going to have to watch it in subtitle. Wake up, computer. But in general, like, I tend to lean more towards the dubs. I like dub shows. That's just how I've been for as long as I've watched anime. Heck, the first anime that got me back into watching anime was Soul Eater. Guess what? It was the dub. So, in a roundabout way, what I'm trying to say is this person who commented really reminded me of the fact that it's still my preference, it's still my channel, and while I do want to, you know, entertain you guys, and while I really do want to, you know, I really want to make sure that you guys like what I'm watching, there's a part of me as well that just makes me want to, just reminds me that I really just want to watch anime. That's it. I mean, really, if we go down and break it down to brass tacks, I just want to watch an anime. I just want to watch anime. And that's kind of, I guess, the point of this video in a way. Part of this video is, of course, to say that I'm not going to be able to, or I'm not going to make any reaction videos this week. But the other part of it is to just say, I just want to watch anime. That's it. I really just want to watch anime. And I enjoy the idea, because you guys always say with the reaction videos that it's like, you know, it's like sitting next to somebody on a couch while you watch the show, you know, watching a show with a friend. And in a way, I get kind of a delayed version of that, where I watch the show, and then I get to see what you guys think after I post it. And that's cool. I really like seeing what you guys think. And I think this week, what I really need to do is, you know, take a break from the reactions. Go do something that gets my kind of excitement level back up. Go do something that gets my creative juices flowing, gets me really back into the spirit of things. And heck, I might just binge an entire anime anyway. Sorry if it's one that you guys want to watch. I don't know what I'm going to watch. I'm just going to binge a show. I might even rewatch something, so you guys might not even have anything to worry about. But I might just binge a series, just watch an entire series. Why? Because I want to. So, that's it. That's my rant. So, I guess to sum up, I'm not going to be making videos this week. I'm going to be making a few more videos before the week is out. They're not going to be reaction videos. There's going to be a tech review that I've been wanting to get out for a while. I've got a piece of tech that I really want to buy, or that I really want to review that I bought, and probably some drum covers, because I've really been missing out on those. I want to do some more drum covers. And maybe an anime review. I'm writing a few right now, and they're still in the editing process. So yeah, so I'm not making videos. I am going to make some videos this week, just not reactions. And remember this, guys. I just want to watch anime. I just want to watch a show. And if you guys want to come along with me, come along with me. There's always an open seat. There's always a place where you guys can come and watch these shows with me. But if you're not into the show, you know, keep up if you want. You don't have to. I like how I'm treating this like a full-time job, and I'm stressing over a full-time job, and really, that full-time job is just me working towards making this into a full-time job because I love doing what I do, and I have to remind myself that. Okay. I'm done. So, yeah. I just want to watch anime, and I'll see you guys next week. Well, I'll see you guys for the reactions next week. Everything else, I guess. Shut up. God, shut up.